Hello, my goddesses. This video is a little different. This video is kind of off script. It's basically something that I felt deep down inside, and I just wanted to make a video for. The other one was a little bit deeper, but this one is a little bit more external. So, I wanted to talk about your experience enjoying being a woman. Okay, and so I did take some notes on this, and I just want to make sure that I hit every point that I want to, because I think that being a woman is the most beautiful thing that could exist in this world. And so when you talk about having like your divine feminine really working through your life, I mean, divine feminine is I think the most powerful part of being a woman, because you're always going to be the first of all the receiving energy, but you're also going to be the energy of creation. And I believe that like our wombs are so powerful, like our love and our power is so much that I don't even think we understand how great it is. Like everything in this earth that we have is because it was in a womb at one point. That thought came from a child that was once upon a time in a womb. And the world is so vast, which is why it's so important for us to take care of our wombs, because our womb is what produces computers, electronics, all these fun things that we have today is because of the experience of being a woman. So we are productive, we can be pleasing, we are incredibly strong. To give birth to a child is not a small feat. We also know when to be accommodating, and we also know when to be quiet and when to speak. We're very good at like observing. And you know, I believe that all women are goddesses, and when you walk into that goddess energy, when you walk into the beauty that exists, the beauty that is womanhood, that is woman, you will see a new side of yourself that you've never seen before, and you will enjoy the process of putting makeup on your face, or putting lipstick on, or getting your hair done, or all of those processes, because not that that makes you a woman, but the process of enjoying your femininity is so rewarding to me. It's almost childlike if you're really understand, because you get to go back into your childhood and play dress up and play makeup, and now you have big girl money to do it, so you should enjoy it. But I know that esoteric teaching can be a bit radical, but it's a principle. And like I said earlier, when women's relationship change with themselves, they will rise and conquer. So in esoteric philosophy, creation itself is governed by polarity, right? So we have the masculine, which I also think is absolutely beautiful, and men that live in their true masculine identity. They're also creators, but they are creators in the sense of maybe more with their hands. There is electric and magnetic. There's active and receptive. The feminine principle is not passive, but it is a receptive power, and it is in the field that allows life to form and to enter. I think that all women should get flowers. I think women should get flowers all the time. I think that we should be celebrated every day. I truly believe that we should be celebrated every day, because we exist, and we bring out a better form of person. Like, it's no secret that men who are married to a woman tend to fare better, right? There is an energy that we bring that is life producing, life forming, life sustaining. You know, we do have such a powerful way of existing amongst ourselves, even though sometimes we hurt each other, but that's because we don't really understand our power connectively. Um, Ancient teaching does tell us that the feminine uses the womb to create the invisible container of energy, which is our womb. The intelligence receives and multiplies. Yeah, like our womb is highly intelligent. All the things that we have once upon a time existed, you know, the thought existed in a child that was formed in a womb, you know, and think about it, like all energy cannot be created or destroyed. So the thought must have probably existed, whether it's, I don't care, it's a lotion company. Whoever created that lotion company's mother had that thought in her womb. That's my belief. The divine feminine is not necessarily a gender, but women embody it. Typically, we're talking biologically here. The divine feminine is not limited to women, but women biologically and energetically carry it with greater ease. This is why ancient civilization revered feminine deities like Isis, Venus, where we are, um, why they celebrated us. These figures were not worshipped for obedience or sacrifice, but they were honored for their sensuality, their intuition, their magnetism, emotional intelligence, and creative life force. And we should not try to apologize or try to suppress those beautiful um, parts of ourselves. And I think sometimes, like today's woman might feel disconnected from her own femininity because they've they've taken the masculine energy and they overrode it, you know, and so they're constantly doing things, proving things, fixing things, trying to control, being pushy, when really we could do all of those things but go home and have space and be reminded that we're the beings to be received. We should be allowing, we should be sensing, attracting, creating. We create, like a man might have a house, but a woman will create a home, and that is what we do when a woman lives. But when a woman lives primarily in masculine mode, she may succeed but rarely feels nourished. And so her body will start to tighten, the joy does, the pleasure disappears, emptiness is not lit. Uh, Emptiness starts to show up. But you should learn to enjoy your experience as a woman because the female body was designed for pleasure and rhythm. Um, so our bodies are capable of sensing what's going on in our environment. And we call this our woman's intuition, but really it's how we vibrationally check in to check other people's emotional sense of self, how we are hormonally, energetically. This is our true navigation system. So your body will respond to people's moods, your intuition will tell you what's next. And the most beautiful thing about a woman, I think, is our desires. I think we should have desires. I think a part of womanhood is to desire and to have it brought to us. And that's not to say to have it brought by a man, but it can be brought by either another feminine energy or a masculine energy. Like, you know, there's a saying about like if you give a woman money, she will like multiply it for you. And I believe that's true even for women's relationship in general. Like if we invest in each other, we are the ones that can grow very well. Um, Femininity is the idea that being receptive equals what weakness. I don't believe that. I believe that we are the muses. Um, I think we receive so that there can be space to have more. We receive so life can exist. Let me explain. Like, look at floral shops. You know how I say women deserve flowers just for existing? I think every woman should be given flowers regardless. Um, well, if the florist, if somebody didn't buy those beautiful flowers to give to women, then flowers wouldn't grow. Then we wouldn't have floral shops. Then you wouldn't get to enjoy having fresh flowers in your house. And all of those things are part of enjoying the process of being a woman. But now I'm not saying that those are things that you have to do. You have to come up with your own list of what womanhood is for you. I'm talking about the experience of being a divine feminine creature myself and what I enjoy. So, I want you to be reminded that, like, when you walk into a space, you influence that environment. You have the ability to soften hard people. You can shift an emotional atmosphere. Um, we don't have to chase in our femininity because things will be drawn into us. And there is no manipulation here. I think this is physics. Um, and because of the universal principles, we don't ever have to fight to get something if we really sit back and we relax for a second. Now, I'm not saying don't go to school. I'm not saying don't go to work. I'm saying that in these spaces, remind yourself that you are a woman too. So if you are studying and somebody says, "Hey, can I get you a cup of coffee?" accept it. You are the receiver of that. If you're at work and somebody wants to take on a project for you, check out who the person is first, but it's okay to accept it, to lighten the load for you a little bit. The divine feminine operates through our presence, our beauty, our coherence. And when a woman enjoys herself, she's in a relaxed body and she can move in her softness, and she's able to honor her desires when she's in that space, and other people will honor it too, as they should, because we are women. So I want us to use things like pleasure as a form of spiritual technology, right? So let me see what ancient esoteric tradition viewed pleasure as sacred. Not indulgent, obviously, you don't have to excess it, but it was attunement. Pleasure brings the nervous system safety, like women do. Safety allows, being receptive. Being receptive allows for creation. When a woman denies herself pleasure, she blocks her own creative force. So enjoy being a woman, enjoy your beauty without justification. You can rest easy without guilt. You should be adorned without explanation. And you should have softness without an apology. These are not trivial facts, but energetic signals. The feminine thrives in the presence, not in pressure. So, a part of being a woman is like they put so much on us that it can feel like we are so overwhelmed. But I want to encourage us to not feel so pressured all the time to be perfect. And I hope that when you go home, even if it's for 10 to 20 minutes, you look in the mirror and you are reminded that I am a cosmic being. I am a feminine cosmic being, and I deserve all the good things in this life. I deserve it because I exist and I am woman and I am the ultimate creator of life. So that's the end of this video. I want to say enjoy being a woman. Don't reject it because it is a strength. And don't make sure that you're not tense. do one beautiful thing for yourself this week and let me know what that is. So below, what I want you to do is I want you to tell me how you use your divine feminine. What makes you feel the most like a woman? What brings that energy out of you? What have you created? What have you helped somebody create? I'm curious to know. Okay, my gods and goddesses, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Goodbye.